Good morning, my name is Kasner. I represent a company called Circular Vision, assisting companies and organizations and individuals try and transform or shift to a more circular way of thinking. We recently participated in the CDI Masterclass series, and circular economy was one of the sessions where we really tried to instill some of the main concepts of the circular economy, what this means, what it looks like, and how can we do it, both as an individual or within our organizations. And what is great with the CDI in terms of designers, they have such an amazing role to play in how we can transform to circularity. One of the companies we interviewed and had a session afterwards with was a company called I Love Coffee, and that was represented by Gary Hopkins, who's the founder. And besides his an amazing company in itself and the ethos, they also trying to do various things from a more circular approach with their coffee waste. So they actually are looking at alternative ways to use their coffee grounds and actually try and gather coffee grounds from other facilities and other coffee shops to make a substitute for MDF board. Which is quite an incredible thing to do, because MDF at this point is it's a toxic wood essentially, and would need to go to landfill at the end of its life. So it really isn't a circular design at all. And if we could actually come up with a substitute or an alternative, like using coffee grounds and wood waste and a more nature-based resin, we could create an incredible piece of material that could be used on multiple levels and applications. So I think one of the main things that I liked about this particular conversation was that he wasn't just thinking about his business, he was thinking beyond. And that's what I think we really need to do when it comes to circular thinking. We need to think beyond just what our process is and the product that we're putting out there. How do we actually incorporate the whole value chain? How do we look at our design and system and see how it impacts the rest of the natural system that we are actually part of? Often we think as humans we are outside of nature. Nature is just this abstract that we can go and enjoy occasionally, but actually we are nature, we are part of the system, and if nature expires, so do we. Sorry to put that as a bad spin on it, but essentially it's really important for us to reconnect with our natural environment, and when we design and create these beautiful products, know how it will react and be used within our system in general. So perhaps the message I'd like to put forward is, how do we move away from being consumers to being users of materials and products and services? So that's a very big mind shift change. It's a different way of looking at our business model currently. How do we look at more sharing and service economy and keeping materials in use and at their highest utility for longer? For more information about the series in itself, please go to learn.thecdi.org.za. Thanks.